What's cracking, fam? The Afroman trial yesterday had me in stitches almost all day. I kept wanting to post about it, but like new stuff kept coming out, so I kind of had to wait to get it all kind of grouped up for you today. So we're gonna go over the Afroman trial. Hilarious, good stuff. Before we get started, head over to daddyflirt.com. We are the new music industry, the way I figure it. We're gonna be looking at songs that we like, not just what they think that we should like. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna decide for ourselves over there. So head over there, support my work. And in the meantime, let's get to this Afroman trial. This thing is cracking me up. Okay, so let me catch you up. Some cops bust into his house. Um, ooh, Okay, let's see. We did that wrong. Let me catch you up. The Some cops bust into his house, uh, looking for, I think they said, drugs and some kind of possibility that he was kidnapping somebody or something. They never charged him with anything, took $400 and broke up his stuff. So he started making songs about it. They got butthurt about the songs and sued him. And it is just it's a it's I don't even know what to call it from start to finish. I'm just amazed that this is actually happening. From XXL magazine, Afro Man is battling police in Ohio in a civil trial over his use of raid footage in a music video. On Monday, March 16th, the case against Afroman, born Joseph Foreman, finally went to trial 3 years after he was sued by members of the Adams County Sheriff's Department. The case stems from a police raid conducted on the rapper's home on suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping in 2022. However, after searching Afroman's home, authorities failed to file any charges. Afroman later shared surveillance footage from the raid on social media and then used it in a music video for the tracks Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Repair My Door. Several of the officers later sued the rapper, claiming that they suffered humiliation and received death threats due to being exposed in the video. I don't know where they got the assumption in the first place that they had privacy when they're on a raid, when they're on the job. Like, why do you think you get privacy? That's hilarious and it's on its own, in my opinion. But anyway, Afro Man, who was using a freedom of speech defense, testified on Tuesday, March 17th, that the entire situation was due to the police's unjust raid. Indeed, he did. Check it out.
This morning, Grammy-nominated rapper Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, is on trial, accused of using footage from a police raid in one of his music videos without permission. Mama's lemon pound cake. Back in 2022, deputies in Adams County, Ohio, raided the rapper's home on suspicion of drug trafficking and kidnapping, but no charges were brought. Foreman then made a song about it and used his home security footage in the music video. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? The song went viral, as did a follow-up song. Will you help me repair my gate? Foreman says he made the video and later sold merchandise to pay for damage to his home after the raid.
All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system, and there would be no songs.
The deputies sued, claiming the rapper used their likeness without permission. And they say publicity from the video and lyrics mocking the deputies led to humiliation, ridicule, mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation.
To have the public send you death threats over lies is distressing.
We get 300 calls a day threatening to kill us. Somebody's buying into it.
Foreman says he was simply exercising his First Amendment rights.
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain.
The deputies are seeking profits from the music video and compensation for invasion of privacy. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, so he won. Free speech won. The only losers are 50. I don't know what that means, but all right. But yeah, so that's going on. But first off, what's cracking me up is hearing the lawyers talk and the things that they have to say. So this is the police attorney. And he's like, Mr. Foreman posted that Lisa Phillips likes to have sex with other women.
Mr. Foreman posted that Lisa Phillips likes to have sex with other women. He used other words. She ate my ex-wife just like pizza. Pussy, 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 eating, blah, 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 over and over, thousands of times on the internet. People saw it, people laughed, people from out of state, but people here in Adams County would sometimes yell at her when they saw her. Hey, Lisa Lickumlow Phillips, that was his nickname for her. Mr. Foreman posted.
We gonna get into Lick 'em Low Lisa in a minute too, but can you believe that you're an attorney and this is I don't even know why he took this case. I can't even understand how this went forward. Look at it, like son Valerie said they would have to remove me from the courtroom.
In my opinion, I fucked his wife doggy style. He said it like they were facts.
He's not even comfortable using the language. I mean, if I was going to prosecute the case, at least I could get up there and have some conviction. I'd be like, he said he was going, you know what I'm saying? Like he's right. You can get into it, but this guy, he can't even get into it. It is hilarious.
In Adams County. Mr. Foreman posted that Lisa Phillips likes to have sex with other.
Oh, I guess we saw that one already. but Afroman's lawyer had the quote "wet ass pussy" by Cardi B. Check it out.
Worked with kids for how many?
30 years.
Got into the mind of kids pretty well.
Yes.
When they would play Mr. Foreman's song Lemon Pound Cake, did they take that as a literal fact from your observations?
No.
Were they laughing and joking about it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Are you familiar with the song WAP?
I think I've heard
Sorry,
it.
no, strike that. I'm going to give you the complete song
Okay.
and then summarize it because I only want to say it once. Are you familiar with the song Wet Ass Pussy?
Yes,
Is that a rap song?
it is.
Has your students played it in class?
Once, and I asked them to please turn it off.
When they were listening to it, did they think that was fact?
No,
So they didn't think that that was depicting anything in real life?
no.
So you didn't have to teach them that wasn't real?
Right. No, I did not.
You've heard the song, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you believe it's a literal interpretation?
No.
Would you agree it's derogatory towards women?
No.
Even though it says nasty things about them?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's the artist's opinion, I guess. That's the way I feel.
Maybe not an opinion you like, but...
Yeah.
So, Ms.
But he said it like it was a fact.
Grims, has Mr. Foreman's posts about Sean or any of the general posts about the Adams County Sheriff's Department as a whole affected your life any at all?
No.
Would you believe it would have affected your life while you were married to Sean?
If it had any effect, I guess that would be the time it would have an effect.
But as his spouse, you would have expected it.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't want you to go into too many details, but is it fair to say that Mr. Foreman, the posts about the police department, everything had not a damn thing to do with your relationship between you and Sean and why
No.
it came to an end?
No, it did not.
So the posts never affected your life, never affected your marriage?
No.
Okay. So any statement to the contrary would be false?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can see where he's going with that if you watch law shows or if you're into lawyering if you're into lawyering or anything like that. You can see he's trying to establish that it didn't actually cause the officer harm. This is one of the officer's ex-wives, if I'm not mistaken. So there is that too. She's up there testifying against him. So I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't guess that was an amicable divorce. Either that or she's just calling his crap. So courtroom rap debate. Either way, that was so bold. When asked about whether she knows the song. Yeah, so the things that the lawyers were saying were outrageous, and I don't think that any of them ever went to law school thinking that this would be that I bet they're looking around the courtroom like, I can't believe I actually ended up here. But that's not just it. Okay, so let's get into the cops and their testimony.
Hey, yo, quick question. What is going on with the Afroman trial?
Lisa, Lisa.
It's Afroman and his attorney wearing matching American flag outfits for me. What branch of the United States Army is this, and how do I order my uniform? This all started when police raided Afroman's house and kicked down his door for absolutely no reason at all. The police also disconnected Afroman's security cameras while they searched the house, and then they took $4,000. The police claimed that they were just holding the money while they did an investigation to see if he got it from the sale of drugs. Is that the best y'all could come up with? Unless y'all found a quarter key like Dwight Howard's wife was allegedly holding, then I'm confused as to why y'all thought the money came from the sale of drugs. So when Afroman went down to the police station to get the money back because the police did not charge him with a crime, Afroman says $400 was missing, and after that he immediately started playing in their faces. He specifically started playing in the face of the officer who claimed that he counted the money and that the money was all there. So Afroman posted Officer Newman holding a little boy and called him an Adobe PDF file. Afroman then proceeded to make a 21-minute and 57-second music video where he posted the mugshot of Officer Newman's brother and talks about how the brother got fired from his job and arrested on Adobe PDF file allegations. So Officer Newman got on the stand, child, to tell his truth. He wanted to tell his side of the story and why he is suing Afroman for these posts. Officer Newman testified that due to the videos posted by Afroman, people started making comments about him in real life, and it got so bad around town that his kids' friends did not want to come to his house anymore because of the allegations that Afroman was posting. And the officer also said that people would come up to him in the street and just click play on the Afroman video and start playing it around him. So the officer quit his job down to the sheriff's department and basically moved to a nearby town. The officer is on the stand trying to say he's suing Afroman because he suffered emotional and financial and reputational damage. But the gag is, when he moved to the other town, yeah, not only did he get another job in law enforcement, but he also got a pay raise. Oh, okay. The next person who testified was Officer Lickumlow Lisa, as Afroman has affectionately named her. I knew it was going to be some nonsense when the lawyer showed this side-by-side photo that Afroman posted and then played this music video.
Lisa, Lisa.
Mind you, this video is 13 minutes and 45 seconds long, and the attorney played the entire thing. And halfway through the video, the officer on the stand starts crying, and the attorney just continues to play the video. The judge, the lawyers, literally nobody cared. I have never seen anything like this, and that was only day one. Be sure to like and follow for more trial updates.
Okay, so yeah, the trial is over. That's a little old, but still, you know what I'm saying? She gave a really good breakdown. And you can see some of these guys on the stand from the Afroman trial, ladies and gentlemen. Meet Quasimodo, who actually laughs at the end of this video. Their testimony is crazy.
Is it true that Mr. Foreman called you a hunchback?
Yes.
And specifically compared you to Quasimodo,
Yes.
the Disney hero?
I'm assuming that's who it is.
Quasimodo from the Disney movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I've never watched it, so I don't know.
So you would agree?
Have you ever seen the Disney movie? That's a weird question to ask him. And actually, it's a book, but you know, that's just a weird way to
That when a
answer.
person says that someone's a crooked defense attorney, they're not meaning that on like a vine, they're meaning that as a opinion, correct?
Correct.
Would you agree that when someone calls you a thief, it might be an opinion of theirs?
Can be, yeah.
Same as if when people say crooked cops, it's just an opinion?
Yeah.
And so is your entire claim for false light that you were called a thief?
Yes.
You would agree that Mr. Foreman is an artist, subject to exaggeration?
I guess so, yeah.
And just for the sake of question, nobody would ever think you're Quasimodo from the book, correct?
I don't guess. And, people think different things.
It's kind of like he doesn't know what makes his case. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like, I mean, if you get up there and admit that these all could be opinions, you're kind of undermining your own case. These cops are definitely not the greenest peas in the pod. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel this whole story would be local news if repeat criminals and politicians and illegals were put on trial? Yeah, probably. Um, anyway, yeah, so yeah, that's him admitting that it could be an opinion. And then we got Afroman Day two. Afroman singing about sleeping with his wife has caused him tremendous pain, and that's grounds for defamation. That's what he's saying over here.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to...
I don't know offhand if it was his wife that was doing the testimony. I just thought of that right now, but yeah, so Afroman said, I guess he said he had sex with his wife and it caused him tremendous pain. Oh, Lord.
Go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know. I just
Been with that
the answer.
woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of? Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
Ask your client. Your client posted this part, especially on his website, on his YouTube channel.
You're claiming that is the defamation
on his X
statement
account,
that
sorry.
he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
So you're claiming...
That is the funniest answer. I cannot even imagine. Like, why would you say, I don't know? I, I don't get it. I don't get it. Praying my clients never fumble it this badly on the stand. Yeah, girl, I feel you.
This is my impression of the attorney representing the police officers who are suing Afroman right before they testify at trial. Hey guys, so just a reminder before you get on the stand, okay, and testify under oath, one of the claims that we're bringing against Afroman, aka Joseph Foreman, is defamation, okay, right, defamatory claim. One of the essential elements of that, stay with me, whoa, we're getting distracted here, look at me up, okay? Don't get distracted, okay? I promise you'll be able to go to the shooting range after this, okay? Right. So one of the essential elements of a claim of defamation is that the statement you are alleging is defamatory must be untrue. It must be a false statement. It is our burden, yes, yours, ours and yours, mine and yours, everything's mine and yours, to prove that. We have to prove that it's false. We have to prove that it's false, okay? Has to be false. Yes, thank you. I knew you were gonna ask that. The words false statement and defamatory statement, two different things. Two different things. Okay, defamatory means tending to damage your reputation, et cetera, et cetera. False means it's untrue. So when you get on the stand, we gotta make sure to emphasize that this is untrue.
You're claiming that is the defamation statement, is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know.
I've been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment.
And if that wasn't good enough for you, right before closing arguments, Afroman called one of the officer's ex-wives to the stand to testify in his defense about how, no, wasn't harmful. No, they were joking about it. No pain and suffering. All that to say, okay? Even if the officer had done the literal only thing he needed to do on the stand, their case, in my personal and legal opinion, would still be pretty boof, okay? Pretty buck wild. There is nothing the First Amendment protects more zealously than criticism of matters of public concern. When you are a public servant, when you are acting in your official capacity as a police officer, that is a matter of public concern. You open yourself up to criticism, including parody, including criticism that you don't like, including criticism that make jokes about yourself and your appearance and your status and your stature. As a public figure, you are not shielded from defamation the same way that a private figure would be. I could go on and on.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you...
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so anyway, let's get into some of the stuff that was really cracking me up. Blake here says, Afroman is a walking definition of Go Max. Dude is a legend. If you're not watching this trial, you should be. Well, it's over now, but this is funny.
That's a couple of questions. So, Mr. Cooley, sorry, Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You
received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
Okay. And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play what's marked Defense Exhibit V. I'd like you to watch this.
Okay.
Oh, you guys aren't doing this? Oh.
Okay, so what's funny about this is he's about to play the music video that Afroman did about the dude on the stand, and the dude on the stand has to sit there and watch this music video that Afroman made about him. So he has to sit there on the stand and get trolled to his face. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you lemon pound cake. Okay, that is one of the funniest things I have ever seen in my life. Go Max, says Blake. Indeed, this is definitely going to be a Netflix doc soon. And just to confirm, that was you next to the lemon pound cake. Yes. Yes, that was me. But okay, that's not even okay. This one is the one that's really killing me, okay? Because he did it to another one. Some lady named Lisa, one of the officers named Lisa, and Fred here says 250 years from now, the next civilization will figure out how to play our videos and come across OG Afroman trial and be like, huh. This is fucking insane.
Lick 'em low, Lisa. Came to town.
So yeah, Lick 'em low, Lisa is just I can't even, I don't even know what to do with that. And why is it banging though? But why does it sound good? Why is it so good? That thing is like 13 minutes long. Whew, Lord. Okay, all right. All right, so Lick 'em low, Lisa actually broke down and cried on the stand when they played this song. I don't think anybody's buying it.
You really don't know her. I noticed her voice is a few octaves lower. She's not too ugly. She's not too fine, but she's might whip out something that's bigger than mine. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low.
It's so funny.
She disconnected my camera, then she went down on my spouse. I just don't know.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of crying. Afro Man wasn't having it. I didn't buy it either. Here's what he had to say about it. In fact, I think his testimony, more than anything else, probably won the whole case for him because he has a great case. Check it out.
They did, searching your house gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office?
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday?
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person. She is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that. But you're still posting stuff about it.
Yeah, because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Afro Man did not come to play. Check him out.
$2 missing. How does $400 even come up missing?
Damn, bro.
You posted videos about Brian Newland doing hard drugs and snitching on his friend, and you posted those based on rumors.
I did.
We can look at your deposition, but before you argue with me,
I did that.
But isn't that a fact that you made those allegations based on rumors you said you heard?
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile and
Oh! Yo, this guy's not holding back. What the? Is it true that you said he's doing hard drugs based off of rumors? He just fucking jumped out the bag. He's a pedophile.
Based on rumors you said you heard.
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him.
His brother's pedophile.
He's a large statutory rapist that has sex with all kind of underage girls. He buys them beers and gets them drunk and all kind. That's probably the reason he had to leave the Adams County Sheriff Department, because he beats up his wife and he messes with underage girls. He had to get out of town and go get a job in Norwood.
All right. You don't want to answer my question.
I do. Please ask another one.
Well, let me ask this one again so I can get an answer.
Yeah, Afro Man was not playing around on the stand, was he?
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about him, the more money you can make, right?
Fact. They never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact. If they hadn't came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault, and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you
Yeah, man, he wasn't playing around, and he won his case. Jury sides with Afroman, who was sued by sheriff's deputies after he made a music video with surveillance of them raiding his home. This is footage of him in his fur coat and American flag suit. And really, that's all I have to say about that. I mean, he won the case.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts.
There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna leave you with one last thing. What's this? Love the video by Ray William Johnson on the issue. I haven't seen this, but it's 8 minutes, so I'll watch it, and if it's good, I'll throw it in later.
Being sued by the police, and it could cost him a lot of money. Now his name is Afroman, and Afroman's 48 during this time, living in Ohio, and he's a rapper, probably most famous for his song, Because I Got High, Because I Got High, Because I Got High. Something like that. But one day in 2022, something crazy happens to him. Suddenly, kaboom, officers from the sheriff's department bust his front door down and they start storming through his house. And these officers, they're tearing through all his stuff. They're going through his clothes, they're looking through his furniture, they're clearing out all his rooms, they go through his CD collection, they find a bunch of cash and they start going through it. Now, Afroman isn't actually home during this time. He's off in Chicago because he's scheduled to do a show there. But back in Ohio, he has security cameras all over his house. So he's watching helplessly from his phone as these cops go through all his shit. So, why is the sheriff's department suddenly raiding this famous rapper's house? Well, apparently they're in contact with some kind of confidential informant. And this informant, I guess, accused Afroman of kidnapping, claiming that he keeps women locked up in a basement dungeon in his house. And they also accuse him of drug trafficking. Now, to be fair, Afroman is known to smoke a bit of Zaza, and he's very open about this. I mean, look at the titles of some of his songs. Smoke on It, Enjoyed Your Bud, Who Wanna Smoke, Dope Fiend, Smoke a Blunt, Smoke 2 blunts. Let's get high tonight. Smoke a blunt with you. I smoke weed. Smoke some green. Hit this blunt with me. Sell your dope. And my personal favorite, Deck My Balls. Which has nothing to do with smoking, I just think that's a funny title. Now, that being said, just because Afroman has a lot of songs about smoking Zaza doesn't make him a drug trafficker, and it certainly doesn't make him a kidnapper. So anyway, police go through all his shit, and they tear it up, and they bust his front gate and 2 of his doors. They also disconnect his security cameras while they're there, which is just very suspicious. But, unfortunately for them, during their raid, they don't really find much. A few roaches, some small pipes, and $5,000 in cash. But they don't find any large quantities of Zaza, and they certainly don't find any kidnapping victims in a basement dungeon. His house doesn't even have a basement. Now, eventually, Afroman gets on the phone with one of the officers, and they're still at his house. And he asks them if they found anything, is he gonna get arrested? And they're like, nah. And he also asks them if they're gonna help repair his door that they busted in and his gate that they broke, and they're also like, nah, we're not required to do that. And the worst part of this whole thing is, there's not much Afroman can do at this point. The warrant they had is legit and signed by a judge, and he apparently can't sue the police for damaging his home because police are legally protected by qualified immunity or whatever. Not only that, he finds out it's gonna cost him an estimated $20,000 to repair his gate, his doors, and anything else they tore up. This is the worst day for him. So, now what's he gonna do? Well, he's a rapper, so he's gonna get creative. And he decides to get to work in his studio and make several songs about this unjust police raid. And these songs are not subtle. Like, they include, "Will you help me repair my door? Why are you disconnecting my video camera?" And one song called "Lemon Pound Cake." And in the Lemon Pound Cake song, he criticizes this overweight sheriff who he caught on security footage eyeballing the lemon pound cake in his kitchen.
He gonna take a double take on the pound cake. He gonna look at the pound cake and he didn't know whether to shoot me or cut him a slice of that lemon pound cake. He backed up. He wants some of that pound cake, man.
Now, I don't want to play too much of his songs because, of copyright and all that, but they're great. And in kind of a genius move, for each of them, he makes a music video and he uses the actual security footage of the raid in these videos.
Will you help me repair my cake?
Alright, you get the point. I mean, you can go listen to Afroman's songs if you want. So, about a month after the raid, Afroman puts these songs out on YouTube, on Spotify, everywhere. And kaboom, they kind of blow up for him. 8 million streams is no joke. And he's loving this success. Like, what are the odds that he would be able to turn this situation in his favor? And because these songs blow up, he gets creative again. And he starts selling merchandise with the officers' faces on them. And these are images he pulled from his security footage. Like, here's Officer Pound Cake, here's a guy he calls Private Pile, and he's got a few others. He even auctions off the door they kicked in to his fans. I think someone actually bought it for $2,100. I mean, you can see Afroman here autographing it. So clearly, he's trying to make the most of this situation. Like, he's selling merchandise, he's rebuilding his reputation as a fun-loving guy and not a drug-trafficking kidnapper, and it seems like he's gonna just move on with his life and forget about this whole thing. Until... Here's the thing, though. The sheriff's department is not too happy that Afroman is capitalizing on all this, and they especially don't like it that some of the officers ended up in some music videos and on some t-shirts. And so, bam, the sheriff's department files a lawsuit against him and his record label.
A legal battle over privacy for officers involved in a raid. At the center of it, rapper Afroman.
And so these officers are claiming that he defamed them and that he violated their right to privacy by using their images for commercial purposes. And I don't know what privacy they were expecting when they busted into his house, but this is what they're claiming.
They are public figures. If they was really concerned about their privacy, they wouldn't be putting their name on a public lawsuit.
And so they're seeking $700,000 collectively in damages, as well as any profits from the music videos and from the merchandise. Meanwhile, no charges were ever filed against Afroman, because, he didn't do anything wrong. And so the sheriff's department finally agrees to release all his seized property, including that $5,000 cash they took from his house. Now, Afroman, he doesn't trust the police at this point, because why would he? And he suspects that they probably pocketed some of the money they seized from him. And so he goes to the sheriff's department to pick up the seized money, and he takes a local news crew with him to document the whole thing. And when they get there, they realize that, in fact, $400 is missing from his stash. And this all happens in front of the news crew.
We watched it being counted out of sealed evidence bags, and $400 in cash was missing.
And this suggests that when police seized his money, one of them did actually steal $400 from him. And if that's true, that's real fucked up. I mean, they raid an innocent man's house, break his stuff, and steal his money? And so, of course, this part of the story makes the local news, and the sheriff's department has to, put out a statement saying, no, we just miscounted. And I believe Afroman does eventually get his $400 back. And so, as of now, in 2025, the lawsuit against Afroman is still ongoing, although the claims that he invaded the officer's privacy have been dismissed. However, the judge did allow the claims of defamation to move forward. So, he's still very much being sued. And, hope he wins.
I guess he did this before he went to court, on the way to court or whatever, but he dropped another banger. And this one's called The Batarang Hymns of the Police Whistleblower. I guess this was the day before the lawsuit went to court. So I'll believe you with that. And, the Afro Man trial was fun. I'm happy that he prevailed. And I'll catch you on the next one, fam. Daddyflirt.com. All right. And smash the like button, too. I always keep forgetting to tell you that. Smash that damn like button. All right. Especially if you made it this far. All right, fam. Like.